Welcome back, everybody, to Team 3D versus Complexity. I'm kidding. That's not where we are right now. What we do have is Liquid and Spirit going at it on a second map of Overpass. Liquid really running the board there on the first Vertigo. It's good to see the map being played.
Yeah, no, for sure. Even though I feel like obviously we might have seen a bit of a different game if there was more resistance out of Team Spirit in terms of, I guess, strategy choice on the side of Liquid. Also, probably could have seen more of their CT side in that sense.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, it could have always been fun to see what kind of stuff they've come up with, if they have some aggressive setups, all that kind of jazz. The map is just, in general, still not really figured out yet.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where I think everybody's getting a taste of how the map will be played in the long run. I mean, it's not something that's going to go away, so I don't know what teams are thinking that's going to be how it goes down, but it's just not the case. We do have those overpasses.
I'm sure Tuscan's going to be added any minute now.
Any second. Tuscan, no.
Oh, yeah. And GG.Bet odds obviously favoring Liquid at 1.11 to the 5.9 for Spirit to win the map. I guess that makes sense as well. And I guess we should preface, if Liquid were to win this map, they will just straight up win the series and advance into the playoff stages. So there we have it. Twist posted up by Bathrooms. He's not going to have too much action just yet, as Team Spirit have decided to walk down towards Underpass. And up again they go. So I guess Twist will see some action in not too long. 2 smokes on the side of Spirit as well. Could be the pretty standard setup smokes for the entrance hole, maybe towards Bank as well. If not, it's going to be to the front of the site. Twist is actually going to go down.
That he is. Probably feeling a little bit better on this map than they were in the last with Spirit being slapped around quite a bit. And it's going to be Liquid starting on that CT side and not starting off too hot to trot. 2 alive here in Nitro and Naf with the bomb planted in the A site. Does create quite the problem. They do have a kit, so there's some sort of idea here that they can win the round. They can bring it back. 2v4, Naf already starting things off with a quick pace. 1 quick shot on the eye disbalance. Goes for the second, does have the angle. He's going to tap the bomb, force out these defenders. He's not going to stick it, though. Naf and Nitro. Naf having hit 2 shots now, 2 crucial shots. It's going to be the shield. Unfortunately, it's Sumdai Young that is just a little quicker.
Yeah, we didn't get to see a whole lot of Sumdai Young, honestly, over towards Vertigo. I guess, to be fair, for the better part of Spirit, we didn't get to see a whole lot, considering they did take a bit of a beating on Vertigo. But he has been really, really good in the games we've seen him initially. And I guess that's kind of what we've come to know him as well. I guess nobody really talked about it as a possibility at the time, but obviously you had Edward constantly being the, I guess, headline of transfer rumors and whatnot. Eventually he does get transferred for Boomich.
Right.
But I think there would have been a prominent case to make for someone like Sumdai Young to come into that Navi lineup. Definitely has the skill.
Oh, he's displayed it.
He definitely has.
Wasn't the fit that they wanted. I'm sure there are things that we aren't privy to. Perhaps they tried him out, trial, something. Who knows? You know, it's all very speculative from our end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they don't like. I'm trying to think. You know, maybe they just have a thing for people with beards, right? Edward had a beard, had to go.
Yeah. And then
Boomich does not have a beard.
The baby face of Boomich. So
exactly. Fits nicely with Flamey.
It does.
Maybe there's a theme going on there. Electronic's still young.
And there's a shotgun going on right there, getting chopped down.
Yikes.
Will be Elige. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's not so good for Liquid is the fact that they've given up the entirety of the A-bomb site. As Spirit has found out as well, Coldy with a very forward positioning. It's going to be good for at least one, surely. No, he's not. All right, then. Let's see. Is there a Zeus out there? There isn't, sadly. That is balanced with a, again, solid position, just better play from Stewie. This could really just turn on its head real quick. Sotfik, though, is at least able to get 2. Sumdai Young is given a meager chance to do something, but is not aware of the leash coming from behind. That should never have happened if you're Team Spirit.
No, that one was...
That's 2 initial fights, right, that you take that you should be able to get at the very least 1 frag. You know, I guess on an just acceptable level, you would get a frag and then doing some damage to guy number 2 on the side of Liquid. They just did pretty much nothing. All right, then. Spirit looking strong to get the pistol, but again, fumble it once round 2 gets going. Did the same thing on Vertigo. That's what started Liquid's solid run. Solid string of things. I guess we might be in for a bit of a deja vu.
Yes, we might be. 1-1. Liquid turning it around in the second round. It's going to net them some sweet armaments now. Looks as though they have grabbed all the rifles that they're going to want here in this round, to include 3 AKs. That does help considerably. Meanwhile, the brunt of this force is going to swing out long. They're going to meet Elise early on against this AUG. It's Nitro there to help him out. Not a whole lot you can expect here from Team Spirit and company in this round, considering the pistols versus the range is just simply not a fight that they're likely to win. And there you have it, 5 alive for Liquid, and they'll be able to put that one in the bank pretty easily. 2-1 currently. And the money will begin to stack on the North American side.
All too true. Now, though, let's see what they can do once they have weapons at hand. Again, that is some of the most meager amounts of utility we've seen in quite some time. 3 smokes, Molotov, 0 flashes. Can you get on board with that, Trace?
I could.
You could?
And I will.
Could make it work. Liquid on there, and they have no issues with utility. Liege also in a forward positioning over towards long. And Nitro. Pretty deadly tandem over towards that A-bomb site. Smoke coming in a little bit too late for Twist, and he's going to get caught out by Coldy.
Yeah, that's not a good look right there. 5 barreling out onto this B-bomb site. That's going to help things considerably. Coldy on a tear in this round. First taking out Twist, then Stu. That's going to leave the other 3 of Liquid to kind of decide that this is not the fight that they want to take. They have given up this B-bomb site. They will give up the plant, and they will give up the round as well, saving 2 AUGs and an AK. We're going to see a second on the board for Team Spirit. Already a seemingly much more competitive map than what we just experienced. And there you have it. A lot of questions about why Liquid is playing in a qualifier for Cologne. Well, let me tell you. That's because they turned down the invite because they wanted to earn it. I'm kidding. I made that last part up. But it could be true. Likely not. Cologne, the Cathedral of Counter-Strike.
Quite the tournament to attend, and obviously both these teams want to be there. I think one of them has bigger likelihood of showing up than the other.
However, let's talk a little bit about the atmosphere of Cologne as a whole, because this
it is
place,
pretty wild.
It's insane, really.
I think it's going to be hard to find an equivalent for, I guess, for North Americans to grasp. I guess the Columbus Major.
Columbus Major was pretty good.
Pretty hype.
San Jose back in the day was really good there. I think that was an IEM.
I think those in Europe have been to Katowice. They can get a bit of a taste on it.
That they can. Speaking of get a taste, it's going to be Twist and Naft that also get a taste of the AKs. B-site does fall again. Stewie trying to spam down the planter will only net his attention to Chopper. And wow, nice shot there from Itis Mounts to leave Nitro by his lonesome. Nobody taken down from the Team Spirit side. And that's going to be a 3rd on the board. Team Spirit running it back after getting eco'd.
It's a rough one.
Yeah, man, the atmosphere of Cologne is truly one of a kind. There are only there's I guess a handful maybe of crowds that Counter-Strike is kind of gathered together. You're right, Katowice being one. Maybe not even event specific, but I thoroughly enjoyed Belo Horizonte.
Yeah, I was about to say
the Brazilian crowd is
when
wild.
When I went to Sao Paulo, there were samba dancing, there were drums, like the full 9 yards.
The full experience.
Yeah, no, it was pretty wild.
Then you add on top of that, at least for the Sao Paulo, or the Belo Horizonte, they had World Cup at the same time, so everybody was at a heightened level of awareness.
Didn't you guys get like fireworks blasting off at night every single day? Like when Brazil played, etc., you could see like fireworks all across.
So I remember waking up at one point in my hotel room to the sound of fireworks. It's always something that gets me going a little bit, but then I wake up and I'd realize it's because Brazil had just scored and the entire city is just erupting. You got car horns, fireworks. People are yelling out the window. It's pretty wild to see that sort of go down.
Yeah, I was actually in Italy in 2006 when they won the World Cup.
Oh, wow.
That was completely madness. Even saw the final games from like a massive just open area where they'd set up big TV screens.
That's pretty cool.
And, yeah, no, it seems like it's an international thing. I think we saw it in Toronto as well when the Raptors won the NBA championships. Now, people just driving around honking horns with, like, the flag either of Canada, Italy, Brazil, what have you.
Just lost their minds.
Yeah.
Complete anarchy in the streets.
But it's all pure joy, unbridled joy.
It is, and that is kind of one of the benefits, or I guess one of the things that the victors get out of winning a massive championship like that.
Absolutely.
Granted, it wasn't that Brazil won a massive championship.
They scored a goal.
Yeah, I mean, even in not the World Cup, perhaps even the Counter-Strike realms, it wasn't that they won that.
Yeah.
But it's still a surreal feeling to see something like that. I would say Australia's up there. Katowice's up there.
Yeah, that's a fun atmosphere for sure.
One of a kind. Truly, when they're building beer snakes out in the crowd with, you know what a beer snake is?
Yeah.
It's a wild thing, really. They just put all their cups together. Oh, Stewie with the lineup.
Yeah, we call that a wizard staff in Norway.
I call that outrageous, is what I call that.
So far, Team Spirit doing some outrageous B takes here. Having a lot of success. Coley specifically, he's been opening it up left and right. And yeah, for anyone who's like on the fence about going to an event like Cologne, I say don't even think about it twice. Just go.
Yeah, just do it. Go ahead and grab some tickets right now. I don't even know if they have any more left.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique feeling when you, I mean, for anyone who's a Counter-Strike fan, to see so many people with the same interest and then having the sound level to the point where it's actually, hurting your ears.
It's overbearing.
It's the best kind of pain, I guess,
in
your ears that you've ever heard.
Especially when, say, like the last time, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, the Cinderella run that was big.
Yeah.
And what they were able to accomplish in Cologne. Obviously, a local crowd is going to turn out for the local team.
Absolutely.
And that really came true last time. It was pretty wild.
Very much so.
But a fourth on the board here for Spirit. We talk about wild, and so far this one's turned around. Nitro is going to grab one before eventually just backing off. No real reason to give up that AWP. They saved 3 weapons going into this round, and I can tell you about getting yourself 30% more of the balance and maybe winning some cool skins by heading over to csgo.net and using code word Cologne, COLOGNE. That's csgo.net. An official partner there of the GG.Bet Cologne Invitational. Speaking of GG.Bet, we just saw the odds on the screen there, and no matter what, it's going to be Liquid that are going to be on the top when it comes to the number game and odds. And rightfully so, it does make sense. But right now, Spirit making a pretty good case as to why that shouldn't be super heavy favored. Elige making a case of his own. Deciding to push down into the connector, out the door, and spray through water. Only finds himself 1 in the process.
Yeah, surprised he didn't do more damage, actually.
It did look good, yeah. It looked real good.
Seems like Twist want to have another go at it. Naf kind of supporting him from a boost.
Nitro on the AWP. Perched up over there towards the B-bomb site, but it's going to be the flex back towards A that Spirit are going to look for. Chopper and Playground. Not the normal place that you find guns. But here they are. They've already ran it all the way back. The 4 remaining members of Team Spirit are going to try to hit this A site. I feel like Liquid might have a whiff here as to what's going on. So they're just going to spread it out pretty thin. They got a player on sandbags, a player in the B site, and 2 up here towards A.
I mean, people might be expecting Liquid to, like I said, any given moment just start running over Team Spirit, but there are no slouches on Overpass. We saw yesterday G2, a team that's had pretty all right results on the map, get pretty handed by Force, and that's a team that Spirit managed to 16-0 on this very map. So, they can play it. That is for sure, and we've seen some solid B takes out of them so far. Here we go. He's going to be the name of the game this time, and equal success is found, at least initially. Naf shows up from bank, and he's going to find 2. It's Chopper and Some Da Young down, sent to their graves. They get a lot of damage, and time's going to run out as well, so Naf showing up at the right time to really win that over for Team Liquid. Could have gotten hairy for them. They just slip past that angle. Naf holds, get the bomb plant down. All of a sudden, a retake becomes so much tougher for Liquid. We'll see, though. Still plenty of money on the side of Spirit to continue to buy. So they're going to be able to continue to do so. I'm kind of curious, actually, how big of a lead you think Spirit would have to have for the GG.Bet odds to go in their favor? Are we talking like a 10-5 half?
It would have to be something.
Something special.
Something miraculous. Just even on the namesake, the fact that Liquid has been performing out of their minds, I think that it would be a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a chance for a third map. I'm not going to write that off. Even with Liquid's map pick, we know what's very much in the wheelhouse of Liquid in terms of just
not going all the way.
Not making it easy on themselves.
Yeah.
To include accepting the direct invite to Cologne. But there you have it.
See how it pans out, though. Nitro posted up behind the tree. He's going to find one. That's Coldy down. Big entry fragger so far of the game.
Ooh, nice shot there on the Sophic as well. Grabs himself an unsuspected second. He will look for that one and grab it too. So big hold from Nitro there. Long A has fallen as well as the bomb. 50 seconds on the clock. There's still a chance to recover it, but Chopper and Some Die Young don't really have a foothold too heavy to stand on.
No, pretty far removed from the bomb as of right now. Chopper might be hoping to find an opening at some point, maybe catch Nitro sleeping, or at least looking in the wrong direction.
Maybe in the off chance that he hadn't gotten out of long yet.
Yeah.
But that's going to prove to be fatal. He just
pops
jumps
out
right on up into Naf's crosshair.
It's like the scariest, what are they called again? Is it Jack in the Box?
Yeah, there you go.
Naf in a box.
It's my Naf in a box. No?
Nasty ass Naf with a Naf.
It's yeah, man, pretty much. Fourth round for Team Liquid. It's going to be Some Die Young that saves. No reason to go for it in a 1v4 right here. All damage has been inflicted. He'll be able to hold on to the AWP going into what will be round number 9. There you have it. The string of rounds, the 3 in a row, to include a pistol well before that. Spirit up to 4. So, you know, Liquid on these CT sides is what we're going to be keeping a close eye on. Also like to take this time to go ahead and point out that there's a member of the Twitch chat that needs to be banned, should there be any mods listening. Valters1 seems like the guy that does need to be banned right away, probably for life, or at least until he can grow up. I think that's probably ideal for him.
There you go.
And there you have it. Elige with 3.
Yeah.
That was a quick
Died
round.
last time they came along, so he wanted to show that he can do better. Might even get a 4th here. Just got the AK. Sophic, though, is going to get the better of him, but still, job done. More so than that. I just balance. Sophic looking to see if they can bring this back for their side. It might be a little bit tough. You don't really see Liquid make these kind of mistakes where they stray off too far and alone at that. Bomb is retrievable. That is pretty much the biggest upside for Spirit at the time being. 3 players over towards that A bomb site for right now, as we have Twist being pushed aggressively up past Monster.
In case you're just joining us, we've witnessed Vertigo. And by that I mean everyone's still a little bit dizzy for how rocked it was Spirit on that map. It was Liquid 16-8 them. The first map of the series, now into Liquid's map pick of Overpass. They are trying to find the footing over here on their CT side. It's been a little bit of a rough affair thus far, but another save will come in for Spirit, and they're going to find the lead yet again on Team Liquid. Yeah, 5-4. Fight going down here long, doesn't matter.
Snap going to wait up the time before he goes. Oh, Molotov's going to prevent him from re-aggressing.
You won't peek this.
Yeah, Snap, you don't want to go through the fire here.
Just jumps and hits him. Of course.
Well, Naf in the box. Never know what to expect.
It's my Naf in the box. College was such an interesting time.
Yeah, you want to elaborate on that? Bring out some stories?
No, I mean, because I'm thinking of that song in particular. Like it's
came out during your college days.
Well, it didn't say it came out, but oh well, yeah, the song did come out. But
Yeah, I was about to say, what were you thinking about?
Looking at round number 10 here,
All right.
and we're gonna keep the show rolling along.
Do some stargazing. as Team Spirit gazing over towards Fountain and Balloons. Not really finding any Liquid members. Nitro decided to back off. He's playing this site solo for the time being. Do see some rotations happening. That's going to be Leash to make his way back. Usually that is the tandem that you find over towards the bomb site. Do a really good job playing off each other.
Well, they've at least been successful in getting Spirit to play a little bit more, conscious as to the aggression that can be shown here from Liquid.
For sure. That's going to make them use a lot of utility and so on. And you can tell already they don't have a single smoke on the side of Spirit. So how are you going to section off, either of the two sites? That's going to be a bit of an issue that they need to work out.
That it is. Currently, the number advantage, Liquid have found eye disbalance, and they have actually done just that. The hit's going to come over here towards the B site. StuDK with 2, looking for a third in the spray down. It's going to be Twist that responds. And eventually, this one somehow has turned itself into a 1v2. Very low of Chopper, though. Under 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh. And the timing is not in his favor. We're going to see a 6 on the board for the North American squad. One step closer to a semifinal berth here at the GG.Bet Cologne Invitational, with a direct berth into ESL ONE Colonge.
Cologne.
Or just Cologne.
And I'm kind of curious. I'm guessing since Liquid came out of Group A, if they were to win out this map and bring themselves into the playoffs, they would be up against Force. Could that be correct?
Listen, you're probably right.
They're either going to play, obviously, Sprout or Force. That's the two options.
Yeah, that's basically the way this works.
So we have a 50% chance of being correct here. So
yeah, man, you're pretty much nailed it right there. Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to imagine it is Force. They've been rather impressive so far throughout their group stages.
Would be nice to get the brackets right here, but
see,
that's okay. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter until Liquid actually manages to deal with Spirit. So far, Stewie started them off pretty well, but Coldish can respond. He's been doing good at finding openings here on beat. Shut down, and Stewie's still creating terror on that B bomb site.
Having a good time, Stewie 2K.
Rocket ship on his way to Mars.
He is on a rocket ship on his way to the B-bomb site every single round. He's able to do quite a bit there. Good showing here in this best of 3 thus far by young Jackie Yip. There's just an evidence of it right there in the 3K itself. He's done quite a bit.
Absolutely so. And away we go. 7 rounds for Liquid. Starting to get a foothold here. Now we're going up against weapons, though. Really quick play towards B here. Coldy again leading the charge. And Stewie once more well prepared. He's going to find eye disbalance. No, it's going to be the other way around. So, an equalizer.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
But he's done enough with those 2 kills. That's going to be a big problem for Team Spirit.
2 heavy hitters so far out of the game for Spirit, and Young and Coldy.
ESL ONE Colonge West.
Are you trying to drop hints that Kanye is going to be at Cologne?
He is the musical. I'm kidding. I don't want to say that. I'm going to get in trouble. That would be pretty dope, though.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Just tossing Yeezys out of the crowd.
And it is a cathedral, right? So
yeah, I mean,
Yeezy would be there.
He does have his Sunday service, so perhaps that is the most fitting narrative that we could possibly explain. However, not the truth, unfortunately.
Not as far as we know, at least.
I would be shocked. I would be absolutely jaw dropped to the floor if that were to happen. Sort of like Chopper getting his jaw dropped right there by Nitro's AWP. Just Sotfic, 30 seconds, does have the bomb and a Molotov, but not a whole lot to go off of here. He's going to have to work his way out onto this site, and he's doing it slowly. Time ticking away. The backstab also chiming in. He does actually just fall to a P250 at the end of the day. 8-4 for Liquid.
Downsides of having 10 HP. Well, was a little bit of an encouraging run from Spirit with those 3 rounds in a row, but now it's been all Liquid all day as they've grabbed 6 NFL swoop. It's probably Spirit needing to talk things over here. They are in the brink where they obviously have a max loss bonus built up that lends you to the opportunity of actually buying up more often than not. But again, it's going to be lacking utility And again, we've seen multiple occasions for Spirit already where they've had to use what little they had to get map control, especially over towards that fountain area and restrooms. When they finally get down to it, not really having enough to properly take a site. But it is going to be the buy, and they're going to focus on getting smokes up. One flash on stop fix as well. No ops in play, obviously. There we go. Into it again. Feels like a little bit of a desperate buy, but Spirit do start getting into the realm where they just need rounds. Already one of their smokes down. Actually, a lot of them used already. And they have yet to actually get on a site. So this is kind of the issue that we were talking about, alluding to. Not a whole lot of utility. Softic has one smoke, and somehow they're going to have to make their way up until that B-bomb site.
Yeah, but the trade does come through, so that does help things a little bit. Spirit really looking to put a 5th on the board here. What would you consider a safe number for Spirit to grab on their T side?
I mean, I would have liked to see them win out the T half potentially, but obviously that's really, really tough to do. And with the current situation as it finds themselves, if they can find 5, at least that gives them some leeway. They can lose a pistol, still have buy rounds to work with. But it's been very much Liquid leading the charge for the last couple of rounds, and well, this one's going to be no different.
9-4, you are exactly right. And as a little ticker at the top, you haven't noticed, has said, in fact, a 7-round streak. So they should be getting that care package, that UAV, and the AC-130 gunship drop, or drone strike, I should say, one of the two.
I'm just pausing, trying to figure out where they want to put it.
Yeah, he's got the, you can see the little computer kit out now. He's pulled it out to figure out where he wants to drop it. Just kidding. This is a real esport. We don't have that.
Shots fired.
Nope, prove it.
Well, Liquid, they might not have an airstrike, but they do have every single nade that they could possibly want. And on the side of Spirit, it's not really a whole lot. They're going to do half buy. Obviously, they're going to be able to purchase up into the next round as well, regardless of what happens, even without a bomb plant. So I can't really fault them for at least giving themselves a little bit of a better chance to potentially steal one away from Team Liquid.
It's true, but these pistols aren't going to make a strong case for it early on in the round. See quite the aggression here from Liquid.
Stu actually taking a bit of damage from that Molotov.
Stu don't care, man. He's going to take this fight one way or the other, and he's about to get it right here inside the squeaky door. Perhaps he can get a lineup. If he hears it open, he's going to have to swing real quick. And if they make any noise in the connector, that could be even more disastrous for the side of Spirit. Again, only on pistols. Get the smoke down towards bathrooms here, and Elige, well, Elige and Naf defend this site. Coldy ringing through with the CZ, skating on by. Elige's got all this information. He hears all the noise. In the meantime, this has not been a good look.
Oh, bomb down already.
Mopping it up will be Elige and Nitro with AWP and AK. Coldy, not sure how you managed that one, but he does, in fact, miss. Meanwhile, Molotov going down there on the bomb itself. They can wait it out. Still plenty of time. Yeah, what appears, though, they're going to get the defuse regardless.
Yeah, they planned it towards car, and it doesn't seem like Softic was aware. So he threw out the Molotov in hopes that he might buy himself some time to rotate around towards long, get a drop on at least one Liquid player, potentially deny the bomb plant or bomb defuse. But yeah, Liquid having still plenty of smokes and whatnot for that retake, never really under pressure.
Now, the magic number for Liquid is 11-4. So we know
for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons. And sometimes magic and sorcery, well, they're not fun, entertaining tricks. Molotov out early there from Liquid. Too much, though. Smoke used by Team Spirit. Stewie 2K on the aggression again. This time with the boom cannon, the auto shotgun itself.
Ooh, yeah, that's what it is.
And that's not going to work out for you, young Stu. Coldy's pretty aware.
Did actually dink him up, though, but distance a bit too far. Ooh, the leg shot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Young will get the return at the very least, so still 3v3.
So they've got an opening into this site. 3v3, the missed smoke. Well, that makes things awkward. At least it gives them a little bit of a path to get out of there. Spray down from Elige from the top of Cat. ultimately, still a fight to be had here. Coldy on the lurk. He's going to open this door. That's going to cause a problem. The sound cue's going to be there. He's able to escape. It's Elige. He's going to back away. A little bit of spam damage, but eventually Sotfik comes through to stop all that nonsense right away. Smoke's out on the site, so it'll be interesting to see if Liquid can potentially go to stick a defuse here. It's just going to be Twist in a 1v3. They're spamming it. They don't know that he's not on it. That's going to let them know.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 10-5 half. Spirit, having given themselves 5 rounds and grabbing that last one, could help just a little bit. But overall, this has been a rough one for Spirit on the second map.
It really has. And again, this is with them winning pistol. Not being able to convert once more. And Team Liquid kind of running away with it. That streak of 7 rounds really did them in. I guess it ended up being 8 in total. Not ideal. But they do get the 5th. Could have been worse. And I guess on the side of Liquid, they do avoid 11-4.
Take a quick second to shout out Joka Steve, who will be watching this one from Malta. He's there with the team right now. Know that the manager of Team Liquid, been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
He's already relayed your message of not shooting corpses.
Yes, I didn't expect that one, but it's pretty funny nonetheless.
On top of the guys, making sure they
Nah, let it be.
behave.
Do it. I mean, there is, you do that stuff in the server. It makes sense. That's why we don't have situations outside the server. It's all banter. Speaking of banter, it's going to be that of Liquid trying to banter over here on the B-bomb site. Coldy's going to have some sort of an answer, but not as much as Twist and Naf. Now Idis balanced with 8 HP. Not a whole lot of stuff to get done there. An 11-5, Liquid will pick up a pistol.
I feel like that was more like bullying more so than banter. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, when banter goes unreceived, or I guess unreturned,
Yeah.
it just kind of seems like bullying. That's
just
really
kinda-
what that B take was from Liquid.
Somebody being a clown, just someone being a jackass for no
Yeah, I
reason.
know.
Yeah.
Liquid just showing no mercy. And I guess if you're a Liquid fan, you'd rather see this side of them than the ones that kind of put up a show and fluffed it on day one.
Yeah. Again, really trying to prove their worth here for this spot for Cologne, aren't they? On the T side, nonetheless, an AK out here on Twist. He's going to try to get out in front of the opposition, perhaps fighting at a distance. That will be beneficial. One scout on Idis bounce there for Team Spirit. Currently 11-5, round 17. Full water control there from the side of Team Spirit. It's going to be 3 members. They tried to get something early on there, potentially stopping a quick rush on the B site, but they were wrong in their guess. Fight on the B site still will continue. Stewie with an nade onto the barrels, but then he's going to have to slow his rolls. He's trying to get the drive-by with the MAC-10. And there we have it. First casualty of the round. It's going to be Sodfik and Stewie. While Elige wielding that MAC-10 now will have done a little bit of damage towards this B site. Still not the opening that Liquid's looking for. Even though they have 2 members down over on the Team Spirit side, still not exactly where they feel comfortable just completely aggressing a site. If they try to aggress towards A, it's going to be Idis balance with the scout. Meanwhile, it's going to be that of Elige that's walked all the way out here on the B site. He's got all of this information, and that call is going to come right on through. In fact, the rotation as well. Elige Naf catch up. Excuse me. It's going to be the bomb itself planted over there towards the B site, and this one is a formality at this point. Don't see a world where Spirit can pull this one out. So perhaps they're going to back off, try to hold on to what little bit of armor they have left. 2 very young players. 2 very hurt players. And the fight it long is part of that formality I told you about. No one wearing a bow tie, though. There's a couple X's and O's there from the side of Liquid, able to put down Team Spirit and give themselves a 12th round.
Doing so with ease. Right now, no real stumbling from Team Liquid. This is more to what we've come to expect out of the side. I think for them, just in addition to being obviously a qualifier for Cologne, that obviously matters a whole lot. It is important for them to maintain that good form. They are boot camping currently for Pro League Finals.
It's true.
So any sort of mistakes that they could whittle out, they'll take those. Stewie definitely gets caught out. Nicely set up flash and pincer movement, but the problem is they've dedicated quite a few members on the side of Spirit to do so, which means the B-bomb side is Liquid's for the taking.
Still pistols, 1 MAC-10 on the side of Spirit in this round. So any kills they do find are going to help. And they have found 2 thus far. Stewie and Naf are going to fall. Bomb being planted in the B site. Retake is certainly on at this point. They do have the numbers advantage. No real reason not to go for it. So far, that's going to net them the first casualty of the round for Team Spirit. Some die young. They do have a nice little crossfire set up here in Liquid. Holding on to the site. Sort of just outmatching that of Spirit overall. Since the bomb plant, they have yet to lose a player, and they will not. The 3 remaining members of Liquid able to get it done and put a 13th up, but now we're going to see the AWP come out for Team Spirit. He's going to go to I disbalance, and they're going to see if he can hold on to this game for them. This is an elimination game, mind you. Elimination map at that.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit dicey. They need to find some results right now. 3 rounds in a row for Liquid after winning Pistol. As you said, do or die. And Spirit not really in a position where they can afford to lose this one out. They're not going to be able to get that many good buys, if they do, to try to salvage it all.
So there's the peek from the op, and it does absolutely nothing. That's exactly what war is good for. Meanwhile, it's Coldy and Sodvik to turn this one back around in the favor of Spirit. 3v4. Realized that Liquid like to abuse this B-bomb site, and now they've kind of played it accordingly. 2v3. Nitro and Naf have a pretty tall order ahead of them.
Naf's going to win at that. Surprised with 1 HP.
Surprise, surprise. 1v2. How have they done that? Nitro and Naf with the opportunity to get this bomb planted. Check this out. From the side of Naf, 1 HP. He's hightailed it. Someone flashes over A. He's made a ton of noise over here. Perhaps trying to sell the idea.
He's really trying to.
But will they bite on it? Will some die young bite on it? He seems just confused as to what's going on here.
He's not really convinced, is he?
What an idea from Naf in the first place. This guy literally just ran a marathon from the side of connector all the way up into A, threw a flash, made a bunch of noise.
And bailed out.
And now, at some point, Nitro's going to have to walk out.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it sooner rather than later. Obviously, he wants to wait for the backup of Naf, but you know, by that time, it's going to be pretty obvious that they're not over towards A.
Well, now that shot has... Bye. See you later, some die young. And by later, I mean next round. You just got smoked. 14-5. Naf with the shot and just the plays. He's just running all over the place. You would think this guy was running laps.
Doing it all. 4 kills to his name as well that round. And ooh, that buy coming in from Spirit. It's not what you want to see. 2 from Moss's, UMP, MP9. And M4 with no utility. Liquid just having their way for the time being. Something is going to get real aggressive. That has not been spotted by Team Liquid, I'm pretty sure. Could do some significant damage here. Oh, at least you just got to check it regardless. The aggressive stance here from Team Spirit. Not really working out. Not getting the trades that they need. It's going to be, well, I disbalance and Chopper at default. And a 2v4 to prevent map point. Coldy will find Stewie, but sits on a nade while doing so. Nice attempt from Softek, but Nitro well placed in order to deal with that. So with bomb down and no kit on the side of Coldy, he has picked up an AK. He might just try to hold on to that as best possible. See what that can do for him in the next round.
And that next round being the very last one at that. Very good fight here from Spirit, all things considered. But so far, just outmatched completely from Liquid on 2 maps. Vertigo being the first, 16-8. This one
looking to be even more brutal.
Turning to 15-5.
And it was looking kind of nice for Spirit. I mean, they got on a bit of a run winning Pistol. Even if they, well, lost the following rounds after winning Pistol, they picked up 3 in a row. Starting to think that they might be able to do something here. Liquid just flipped the switch.
I flipped the switch. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. don't ever stop, Halvor.
Very true.
Very soon it could stop. 15-5. Full stop for Team Spirit.
Ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, but the buy is not going to instill any confidence in you, really. Young with the auto shotty. Again, another UMP out on Softfig. And again, M4 on Itis Balance, but no utility. And ooh, okay. They want to get fancy with this on the side of Liquid. Nitro going to get into the action with some fun.
The train.
Yeah.
No one there, but that train itself. Did he see that grenade? I don't think he did. Even if he did, it's not like he could
do anything about it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of shot to be had there.
How patient are they going to be with this? Are they going to wait around for another 15 seconds or so? We might see rotation happening at that point.
The real thing here is Itis Balance has pushed up a considerable amount on long A.
Yeah, he
right?
really has.
And so what that's done right now is give a ton of information over to Spirit that they're all going to be on the B side. If Nitro can hit this shot, that'll help immensely. But overall, they really have kind of put themselves in a rough spot here. This is going to be a true shootout at the B corral. And there it is. First Molotov out on the site of B. Some response nades from the side of Spirit. Counter flashing even at that. All right. Well, Coldy, there was an idea. And you'll have to wait until the next round. There you go. Out onto the B site. Even with all this information, this is going to be a tough one for Spirit. After that first frag going in the way of Liquid, they do round the corner, and it's going to be the lineup. Stewie 2K and Twist. Lining up to take some bullets. Snap can't seem to get one more for himself, which does create an awkward situation. Nitro, big part of this round. Does see a shadow, but ultimately the duel will be won by the UMP.
Yeah.
UMP.
Damn, Nitro with a double there to bring it back into 1v1 because that was looking like such a sure thing for Spirit. Just a nice little lineup to give him a shot. And that's obviously going to be very costly for Team Spirit, even if they do come away with a round win. You can see, yet again, UMPs, FAMAS is out, but also double ops. New look from Team Spirit. No boost on this Liquid end. Just going to get right into the action.
Yeah, for how close that round was, even given all the information, is probably pretty telling as to how this game has gone pretty far.
Yeah.
And Nitro going to keep it up there with AWP, finding himself the first frag of the round onto Itis Balance. So, it's what they want to see. But the fight will ensue. Bathroom still in contest. No disrespect. It'll be a 4-on-3 here. Sotfik, Chopper, and Coldy to defend the honor that of Team Spirit. Oof. They're going to find it just in time there. Nitro was just about ready to set up to take that shot. Bomb will be planted on the A-bomb site, as well as the member of Coldy. And just Chopper left to his own. That's all she wrote. Done deal. Easy does it. Team Liquid 16-6. That was a good showing from Team Liquid.
That's what we needed to see. That's what we expected to see.
That's what Team Liquid needed to do.
Yeah.
Rather, like
that's not what Spirit wanted to get.
No, it was not. Overall, though, Liquid do stay alive. They're going to be advancing on into the semifinals.
Yep. Where they will play either Sprout or Force.
Yeah.
We're assuming Force.
One of the two.
Yeah.
We're going to know about that sooner rather than later. But first, I feel like just from this takeaway, give me one positive here from the side of Spirit.
From the side of Spirit, I guess having no fear. It sounds really, really like I'm stretching for something here, but I think again being able to pull out Vertigo, versus a team like Liquid, I think it's a big learning experience for them when they eventually get trounced. But we've seen just not necessarily today, but over the course of the tournament that they do have some pretty promising individuals. I think Sum Dae-young has already been a standout for us in that sense, which is pretty fun to see. And you expect to see bigger things out of players like him as we go forward. Maybe not in the same team, but he's a prospect for the future. Speaking
of going forward, we're going to hit the switch right now and head on to a break. When we do come back, it's going to be a little bit of extended break. Heads up, everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to be jumping into our next best of 3, the second decider in the final game of the evening. We're going to have the Hellraisers taking on G2. So make sure you're here with us when we come back.